at 6:30 on Monday, July 17th, 2023. I call the meeting of the Township Corporation of the Township of Terrace Bay to order. First item, declaration. Council of the Township of Terrace Bay hereby acknowledges that we are in the Robinson Superior Treaty Territory and that the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and the Métis. Are there any additions, deletions, or amendments? Okay. Hearing none, I have a motion moved by Councilor Johnson, second by Councilor Aduno, resolved that the Monday, July 17th, 2023 agenda be approved as presented. In favor? Okay, carried. The only thing we're going to do is move 7, A, and B around. I don't think Frank wants to stick around for our one before it, so we'll move you ahead of that.
Yeah, you're gonna be good.
Any disclosures of interest? Hearing none. Adoption of minutes. Motion moved by Councilor Aduno, second by Councilor Johnson, resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting held July 4th, 2023 be approved as presented. All in favor? Carried. Next item, presentations, delegations, deputation. John. Reports from administration.
Thank you, Your Worship. So the first item there is the annual delegation update. So to date, we only have one delegation scheduled with the Minister of Infrastructure. So we had 3 that we requested, so we're still waiting for the other 2. There's no telling how close they'll take it to the conference. It all depends on the minister's schedule for the last minute. So I think in discussions with you, we got a delegation with the annual trip, so it's still on. That's all I had on that item. You may have any other comments or? Item B, Your Worship, is the August meeting schedule. So the August meeting will fall on the 22nd of August, if I'm not mistaken, which has us at AMO with the majority of members of council, leaving only 2 behind, so you won't have quorum. So we did put together a resolution saying we would just cancel that meeting.
Yeah, it said the 17th year ago.
Oh, sorry.
It's the 17th you gave me?
No, the 22nd. I did that resolution. No, it's the 21st.
Yeah.
21st, sorry.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we do the motion now?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion moved by Councilor Johnson, second by Councilor Aduno. Resolved that the regular meeting of council normally scheduled for the 3rd Monday in August, which is August 21st, be canceled due to a known lack of a quorum resulting from council members attending attendance at the AMO conference. All in favor? Carried. Okay, next item, declaration of surplus property and listing agreements. Your Worship.
So both properties located at 17 Birch and 19 Birch respectively belong to the Township of Terrace Bay, and that was through the vesting of an unsuccessful tax sale that occurred between 2016 and 2018. The structures in the property were deemed inhabitable, a risk to public safety, and ultimately demolished by the Township in 2018. That included the foundation. The 2 lots, approximately 60 by 110, that's not an official survey, but that we measured them out, how bigger they are. Remain in the township's possession since vesting. They're currently vacant, fully serviced, fronting on Birch Crescent and zone low density residential. Administration is recommending that these lots be declared surplus and listed to the realtor that currently has the township's other vacant lots. In discussions with the realtor, it's recommended that the restricted covenant, which is the stipulation to build within 3 years, be increased to 5 years.
This for these?
Just for these 2 right now, but under a separate report, we may bring back a recommendation to when we negotiate the other listing agreements, we may want to switch those to 5 as well. The feedback essentially is that where the building industry is right now, with the uncertainty, some people are reluctant to get into a house in 3 years' time, whereas others will build in 2 years' time. So it's just most of the interest we have in the lots, most of them express sort of, well, can I have a bit more time? Can I have a bit more time? So, or they get into it and want to sell the lot, but the covenant stays with the lot, not with the change in ownership. So if they sell the lot after 2 years, that new owner still only has the year to build, right? The whole reason behind the covenant was to get people to build and not sit on lot. So So the listing price being recommended is, again, it's vacant land, so 15,000. Any revenue derived from the sale in 23 was not included in the 2023 budget will become part of surplus deficit for the year if we sell them in 23. So the options are the council approves declaring 17 Birch Crescent, plan M121 lot 170, and Birch Crescent lot 19, plan M121 lot 171. So there's an error there. Sorry. Cut and paste. And the restricted covenant being included, requiring occupancy within 5 years of the date of sale, and the properties be listed with W. Christie of Remax Generation Realty for 15,000, and then the appropriate bylaw be brought forward. Option 2, that's the same 2 lots, restricted covenant at 3 years, just in case council doesn't want 55, and the property listed with W. Christie of Remax Generation Realty 15,000, and the appropriate bylaw be brought forward. Option 3 is that administration be directed to get an appraisal, which is what our sale of real property bylaw does say. We sell, I usually include a stipulation as to why we haven't gotten an appraisal. It takes too long. So there. And the last option is the administration be directed otherwise. So administration is recommending option 1 that council approve declaring 17 Birch Crescent, plan M121 lot 170 and 19 Birch Crescent, plan M121 lot 171 as surplus, and that the restricted covenant be included, requiring occupancy within 5 years of the date of sale. And that the properties be listed at W. Christie of Remax Generation Realty for 15,000, and the appropriate bylaw be brought forward. I need to get into that.
Any questions? Okay. The motion moved by Councillor Duno, second by Councillor Johnson. Resolved that council approves declaring 17 Birch Crescent, 585400000123601. Plan M121 lot 170 and 19 Birch Crescent, 585400000123701. Plan M121 lot 171 as surplus, and that a restrictive covenant be included requiring occupancy within 5 years from the date of sale, and that the properties be listed with W. Christie of Remax Generation Realty for $15,000, and the appropriate bylaw be brought forward. Any questions on that motion? All in favor? Carried. Thanks, John. Okay, next item, Luke, we're gonna go with Frank's lease agreement first, so he can.
Yep. Perfect. Late last year, administration was approached by Frank Rowley, representing a growing number of residents interested in developing a dedicated remote control car track in Terrace Bay. Administration has worked with Mr. Rowan to identify a suitable location, which is shown on page 10 of the attached lease agreement. This space makes for an ideal RC track location, as is unused, already cleared, and won't bring noise complaints. As the enthusiasts are a group without membership fees, they are requesting the land be leased annually for a nominal $2 fee. The site would remain open to the public and be available for use by any interested parties. Should the township require this land for future needs, the agreement may be terminated within 90 days. The proposed lease agreement between Frank Rowan and the township of Terrace Bay is attached to this report. No financial implications associated with this report. Then our options are option A, the council approved the lease agreement between the township and Frank Rowan for the use of land for an RC track, and that the appropriate bylaw be brought forward. Option B, that the council does not approve the lease agreement and directs administration otherwise. The recommendation is option A.
Okay, any questions? No.
It sounds exciting to me.
Yeah. Okay, we have a motion moved by Councillor Johnson, seconded by Councillor Duno. Resolved that council approve the lease agreement between the township and F. Rowan for the use of land for the RC track, and the appropriate bylaw be brought forward. All in favor? Carried. Okay, thank you. Next.
So Terrace Bay's recreation discipline policy was last updated in October of 1990. Administration has refreshed the rec discipline policy to reflect current position titles technology advancement, provide greater detail and progressive discipline. Prior to presenting this report to council, the draft of the amended recreation discipline policy was presented internally for staff. As well as the community development committee. Administration would like to thank staff and the CDC for providing feedback on the proposed recreation discipline policy. There's no financial implications associated with this report. Our options are option A, the council approve the amended rec discipline policy and the appropriate bylaw be brought forward. Option B, the council does not approve and directs administration otherwise. Recommendation is recommendation option A.
Thanks, Luke. Any questions? No. Appreciate it. Work on that, Luke. Thanks, Luke. We have a motion moved by Councillor Duno, second by Councillor Johnson, resolve the council approve the amended recreation discipline policy and that the appropriate bylaw be brought forward. All in favor? Carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. We don't have any appeal.
No, that was me that messed up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Violence.
Next item, we have a motion moved by Councillor Johnson, second by Councillor Duno, resolve the council approve the bylaw to enter into an agreement with W. Christia with Remax Generations Realty for sale of surplus property and listing agreement for 17 Birch Crescent and 19 Birch Crescent. We read the first, second, and third time. Finally passed, signed by the mayor and clerk. Sealed the number the 17th day of July 2023. Any questions on that? All in favor? Carry. Next item, we have a motion moved by Councillor Duno, second by Councillor Johnson. Resolve that council approve the bylaw to amend the recreation discipline policy. Be read first, second, and third time, finally passed, signed by the mayor and clerk. Sealed the number the 17th day of July 2023. The questions? All in favor? Carried. Next item. Motion moved by Councillor Johnson, second by Councillor Duno. Resolve that council approve the bylaw to authorize the municipality to enter into a lease agreement with F. Rowan be read first, second, and third time. Finally passed, signed by the mayor and clerk, sealed the number this 17th day of July 2023. All in favor? Carried. Any questions, John?
Don't see anybody online except for extract immediate settings, so give it one call. Second call. And final call. No questions online, your worship.
Okay, thank you. Then we have a motion moved by Councillor Duno, second by Councillor Johnson, is all the council feeding camera in order to address two items that are personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees, recognition of an act of heroism and recreation disciplinary matter. One matter in respect of a position plan, procedure, criteria or instructions to be applied to any negotiations carried on or to be carried on by or on behalf of the municipality or local board for sale of surplus equipment. All in favor? Carried. We're now in close.
For those online, you can join back and watch this adjourn. We'll be back. Thank you.